Helga from Helga's Pennsylvania Cooking, and today we're going to go a little bit southern. Today is a Cast Iron Wednesday. Cast Iron Wednesdays was started by Native Tears, and she always has a full playlist of Cast Iron Wednesday videos from all the contributors. So do I, so check out the link at the end. But by going southern today, the reason I say that is because I'm going to be making cornbread. And this cornbread is the best I've ever had. We have a soft spot for KFC's cornbread, but that's not the same thing. And one of these days I'll do the copycat recipe for that. But this is the best ever cornbread I've ever had, and I actually had it at a chef's kitchen in Colonial Williamsburg, Virginia, which is run by Chef John Gonzalez. And Chef Gonzalez has numerous books out. This was one of them. And I actually got that when I was there at his place. He does not have the normal restaurant. He even signed it for me. Isn't that awesome? Chef Gonzalez is well known in the Williamsburg area, and actually outside. He actually grew up in the Williamsburg area, but then you know, went to school and made his name as a chef. He actually was even the executive chef for the Ritz-Carlton and for the Watergate in DC, and then came back to Colonial Williamsburg and became the executive chef of the Williamsburg Inn and of the taverns for Colonial Williamsburg, like the Shields Tavern and those, which are amazing. And then he opened up his own place called the Chef's Kitchen. And it's not the normal restaurant. What it is they run a set flat menu of, what is it, 5 courses, 6 courses for a month at a time. And it is a cooking class dinner. He has it set up, if you guys used to watch like Emeril Lagasse, they have it set up somewhat like that. You have the kitchen down here with all kinds of cameras, and then there are like bars sat in tiers up from it, and maximum seating is 20. I mean, you have to book ahead to get a seat at one of these things. Fortunate, every time I've booked well in advance and gotten to be down up front right on the kitchen. And it was funny because the first time I booked this, this included wine pairings and everything. It's all for one flat rate price. There's no tip or hidden charges or anything, so it's really nice and convenient that way. But the first time I wanted to do this, and I discovered them, I think it was '96, and Mike was skeptical because it's like a 3 to 4 hour dining experience. But oh man, he was a convert, and we've been back since. And it's been just fabulous every time. And what's really cool is not only do you get to sit there while he makes it and he shows you how it's made and the technique, but you get to come home with recipes of what he's made and served you that night. So it's a win-win. He has wine pairings with it. He sells the wines in his adjoining shop for no more than like $10 or $12 a bottle. Really reasonable. And it's just an absolutely fabulous culinary experience if you've never gotten the chance to do that or try it. If you're in the area, you know, and you're looking at a vacation, that's a great thing to do. When we were there in 2006, we actually ended up sitting next to a couple that was also from Hershey, Pennsylvania. So I mean, a lot of people travel for dinner there because it's an experience. It's really a special treat. But his cornbread is the best I've ever had, period. So, since it's Cast Iron Wednesday, his cornbread's done in a nice cast iron skillet, and I'm going to do it in my Lodge 10-inch skillet. I'm going to show you the best ever cornbread recipe by Chef John Gonzalez. Simple. Cornmeal, 1 3/4 cup cornmeal, 2 cups of buttermilk, and I did my normal lemon juice and milk hack, which is 1 tablespoon of lemon juice or vinegar to 1 cup of milk. Let sit 5 minutes and you have buttermilk. And then baking soda, baking powder, sugar, salt, and butter. The other part to this is that you preheat your oven to 450 degrees and you put your cast iron skillet in after the comes up to temperature and has been at 450 degrees for 5 minutes. So you're preheating your cast iron skillet. So we're going to put this together. I almost forgot in my list of ingredients too. You need an egg. First thing we're going to do is combine the cornmeal and the sugar and my salt. And just give that a mix. Then I'm going to sift in the baking powder and the baking soda. Give that a mix. Then we're going to add, alternating here, we'll add some of the buttermilk. Oh man, that smells good. I'm going to add the egg. And we'll add the last of our buttermilk. Now we're going to take our preheated skillet, and it's going to be very, very hot. And I'm going to take that tablespoon of butter and put it in there. Let that swirl around. And you see, it's melted. As soon as it just starts turning a little bit brown, it's still sizzling, we're going to add our cornbread mixture. And it's going to go back in the oven for 10 to 12 minutes. There she is, right out of the oven. And she tested done. That was just 10 minutes. So now we're going to turn her out upside down to let her cool. So there she is cooling. As soon as she's cool, we'll flip it back over and we'll serve her up. So here it is, turned out. You can see what it looks like. And I'm going to serve it up with some my chili and some of my honey butter. And, well, you know what comes next. There she is. My cornbread, skillet cornbread. Actually not mine, Chef Gonzalez's. But spreads with some homemade honey butter. If you want to see how to make honey butter, I'll do a vid on that at another time for you. Oh my god. That's good. Especially with that honey butter. Oh my god. Now, funny enough, the Amish do make cornbread. A lot of times, believe it or not, they use the Jiffy Box mix. They use that stuff by the gallon. And that's not terrible stuff, and you're in a hurry, it's perfectly fine. But you know I like to make my stuff homemade. And this is just some of my most favorite cornbread ever. So if you get the chance, it's an easy recipe, it's easy to do. Do be careful with the cast iron skillet in the oven at 450 degrees. It's very, very hot. Have really good oven mitts if you're going to do that. But that's the best ever cornbread that I've ever had, and hope you like it. Enjoy this cast iron Wednesday. If you liked what you saw, like, subscribe, and join me next time here in Helga's Pennsylvania Cooking.